Happy Friday, everyone. I know it's been a long time since I uploaded a personal deck profile video and sat here and spoke with you guys. A lot has been happening in the year 2025. We'll start out with a big amount of fires that have been going on in my living area, so I'm trying to stay safe, and prayers go out to everyone that lost their homes in the in all this catastrophe that's going on here in Los Angeles. I'm here with you guys. I'm hoping everybody's doing well. On that note, guys, I want to transition into the point of this video, which is a new deck profile that's coming in hot and coming in right at you guys. It's going to be a Tallarknight deck profile featuring Ryzeal. Ryzeal, like, they are taking over the rank 4 engines at least, and honestly, as one that kind of spoke against it, to be honest, when it first came out, because I was so used to the Fiendsmith engine, I thought I would give this a chance and explore like the new lines that this version of the deck is capable of. And actually, I kind of like it. I'm still learning the ratios, and I'm still learning the way that the deck plays. The way I look at it, guys, is if it's like a better version of Constellars in a way, because they swarm the field, but have those effects that, unlike Constellars that just swarm, they have like effects that keep searching for the other counterparts that don't necessarily. And the lock, I know, is a big deal, but if you can play smart, you can actually play around the lock before you full on commit. So without further ado, guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. We're going to jump into the deck profile right away. So to start off with our monsters, guys, we are running still 3 copies of Tallarknight Lyran. Lyran is a 3-of in the deck still. If you notice, the version of this deck that I'm playing has the compressed versions of the Tallarknights, only the ones that are good and only the ones that are necessary in this day and age. So 3 copies of Lyran, it special summons itself. I really wish there were more cards like this in the Tallarknight deck that do this effect. If we get a Poplar, then I think like that can be a standalone version of itself, but as of right now, it needs the help, and it needs help with the Ryzeals. We are still running 2 copies of Altair. This can be altered, no pun intended, into a 1-of, but 2-of it gives you just such a better follow-up. So I really think 2-of is a really good, solid number. 1 copy of Unukalai. Unukalai is a great Foolish Burial card because it's a combo starter as well with Unukalai. With Lyran. You do still want to run a good amount of copies of Tallarknights in here, just so you don't brick on them. 1 copy of Altairin, and Altairin is a very good 1-of. This card special summons itself from the grave when you. What's that going on outside? This card special summons itself from the grave whenever you summon a Tallarknight, and it pops a card in the field based on the light and dark Xyz monsters you control. And then we are running 1 copy of Tallarknight Capella. The reason Capella is here is, yes, I'm still running the I'm still running the Paradise version of this deck. I think that's the strongest version that the Tallarknights can put up aboard. Because everything else that Tallarknights put up is not, like, really, truth be told, strong enough on its own in the meta. But yeah, so Capella is the thing that enables you to go into Paradise. And the beauty of it now is you can hold all your Ryzeal cards and lead off with the Tallarknights, set up your Paradise play, and then even going off into your Ryzeal combos. So that's it for the Tallarknight, guys. That's all the ratios. We're not playing Vega, we're not playing the Neb. I don't think that's necessary in this build, because you have cards that special summons themselves and normal summon yourself. So your normal summon best one is Ice Ryzeal now, because upon normal summoning, it doesn't lock you. It special summons another Ryzeal from the deck, and you're able to deviate into your Constellar-Knight combos that way and kind of set up your interruptions then, and then eventually save the special summon of Ryzeal and then Sword and all that stuff until after all your combos are done. Which is why I think this is like the Sheraton that we never got. In a way, it's funny that I say that now, but this is like the Sheraton that we never got. And yes, Ryzeal is not a tier 0 deck, but it catapults the Tallarknights to tier 1 deck, which is why I think that the Tallarknights belong in tier 1, simply because of the help of the Ryzeals. We are running 3 copies of X Ryzeal. I truly believe that this card will see its, just like the OCG, drop to 1, but that will be okay, because we will have the 7 Tachyon card that's going to come out to increase the consistency of this deck even more. But yeah, this card's insane. It breaks boards on their own. It's a free special summon, free searcher, free send from deck. And as I'm playing this deck, it makes me realize like how I can modify the plays and how I can use like Tallarknights in conjunction with this deck, and there's so many sick combos that I'm still learning to myself. 3 copies of Sword. A lot of people play 2 of this. I still like it at 3. It's just it's a good combo piece, and it's a good normal summon as well. 1 Node. Node is pretty insane because you can send any card on the field to the graveyard. That includes Deltaros, because Deltaros, we reborn it so many times. With Ryzeals, you get to reborn it even more, because Ryzeal spell card the Ryzeal spell card enables Deltaros to come back to the field. And if you guys didn't know, I don't think any of his effects are once per turn, or at least when he leaves the field, it's not a hard once per turn, his popping effect. So when he comes back and Ryzeal spell, I'll talk about it later as we get to it. I don't want to get. And then Sakitama is just a great extender on its own. I don't know. I think this card still belongs in the deck. It's not that we need that many extenders, but sometimes you just want to combo up with Tellarknights first and not to commit to Ryzeals, and Sakitama helps with that. It's a good normal summon. Let's go into our hand traps. We are able to cut down the ratios a little bit. We are running 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of Fuolus, because it's a level 4, it's still very good with the deck. 3 copies of Nibiru, man. Nibiru is making its way back again as being a dominant hand trap in the format. Mulcharmy and Nibiru are both putting in work, just because Ryzeal is susceptible to Nibiru. A lot of decks that are tier 1 now are susceptible, since I know Yubel doesn't see as much play anymore. That's why these cards are making a comeback. Then Bestials as well are coming back as a hand trap in this format, and the fact that we can make our own Chaos Angel. We've always been able to do that with Tellarknights, but now with Ryzeals as well, you can do that. Yeah, so, and then to finish off the hand traps, you are running 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Imperm is staple, and these are just the dominant hand traps right now in the format. I don't run any Veilers or any Ghost Ogres. You can, but I choose not to. For the spell cards, we're running 2 Constellar Tellarknights, still very good for rank modulation of your Tellarknights. Just keep this in mind, you want to do all your combos before you eventually are forced to lock yourself into level 4 plays only. And keep in mind also that the level 4 lock only happens from the monsters that are from extra deck. If your monsters are already in the graveyard, you can reborn them and then rank up from there, or make your rank plays. I mean, yeah, if you find a way to do it without using the extra deck, you can. Ryzeal plugin is the spell card that really helps Tellarknights as well, because it targets one of your XC monsters or Ryzeal monsters. So you can bring out Deltaros, equip put a material under it, and pop a card on the field as well. So Deltaros is not a once per turn, and this helps take Deltaros to another level, as well as armored cards that I'm still running in here. Really a good card. Ryzeal Cross offers recursion. It's kind of a Caduceus but built-in spell, and it's also an Omni negate, monster effect negate, like your Nibiru dodge. But yeah, really good card. So that's it for those, and then we have our generic like extenders. We have our 3 copies of Bonfires, and then 1 copy of Rhoda. Great searchers for your starters. I wish we had a better starter for Rhoda, but I think this will do for now. It helps with consistency. We are running the armored package. Armored package is so strong, it's very good, and it helps enable our Paradise combo. So that's it for the main deck, guys. By the way, if this video gets more than 40 likes, I will do a combo tutorial for you guys in the deck in the next video. So don't forget to leave a like as well. Let's go to the extra deck, guys. We are running 2 copies of Tellarknight Caduceus. This guy is a great recursion card, and sometimes with your Ice Ryzeal, this is how you want to tap into your Tellarknight engine. 1 copy of Deltaros, still very good card. Beautiful. Man, I swear. Hold on, guys. Alright, too loud here. I don't know what's going on. This neighborhood used to be a lot more quieter. Anyway, so this is Deltaros. Deltaros is the best Tellarknight that we play in the deck. Still run a copy of it. Not once per turn, effect that specials out your entire Tellarknight deck. I mean Tellarknight cards from your deck. So definitely a 1-up. You can bump it to 2 if you want to. Ptolemy is still there as a rank modulator. Diamond might get cut, but Malice is a deck. But then again, how good is it against Malice? Because any card that returns from grave to hand is banished instead, and when Malice gets banished, their effects trigger. So I don't know, it's an iffy card. Very situational. So might get cut, but for right now we keep it. One duo drive, I don't think we need two of this. This card has a very hard time resolving, man. The good news is that it's generic, so you can make this with Tellarknights as well. It just depends which road you want to take, which I guess is a good for our rank 4 deck that we play. We are playing double Detonator. Detonator is a busted ass card. It's a really good rank 4. It is susceptible to hand traps. Keep that in mind, but overall it's still worth running. Paradise Smasher, man. Very underutilized card. I don't understand how Tellarknight players don't see this as being like the ultimate goal to end on. It's like if you have an easier way of making Ptolemaeus, but you choose not to. It's anything else that we put up on the board as a Tellarknight deck is just subpar compared to this. I don't understand. But anyway, I'm to each their own, I guess. Exciton, because we can just spit this out, go in second, break board, and then continue playing from there. One Aggregator. Aggregator is a great card, and we are running this card with Armored Package. So keep in mind, you can equip this to an Armored card, and if it goes to the graveyard, let's say during the battle phase, you can send it by attacking with another XC monster, send this to the graveyard, negate a card effect on the field, and then swing again. You know, it does a lot of work, and that's something that I'm realizing. It's a 2600 beater, so it helps. That's why Armored Package is still in there, and I don't think Armored Package is coming out, which is why I increased the rarity on my Lancer. I boosted it up to a QCR because I had to have it. Okay. These are bleach sleeves, outer sleeves. If you guys are interested about it, let me know. I can direct you to the link so you can get your own. 1 SP Little Knight. We are locked a lot of times, but again, we're making all these plays. And Chaos Angel, mandatory, absolutely mandatory. We're making all these plays before we lock ourselves. So I wish I knew this deck more at the YCS. I would have probably pivoted that way. I do miss the Fiendsmith engine, but I think because it makes us play more freely, but this engine is way more cohesive with our level 4 Tellarknights. The only problem is it's having a hard time getting over Chaos Angel, which is why we're running the Lancer. So that's it for the main deck. Let's go to the side. Triple Fulus, pretty standard. Triple Droll. Droll is good against the mirror, or against Ryzeal. Fulus, Purelia. Sorry, I called it Fulus. Purelia is still pretty good. Triple Lancia for Malice. Awesome is the time card. I did start running Double Judgment, Double Strike, and Call by the Grave. So the Judgments and the Strike, they put in a lot of good work when you're going first. I think it's better than Cross Out. Cross Out, I can't cover everything. I figured that out, and because my deck is more consistent now, I much rather see Strike and Judgment going first. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below which variant of Tellarknights do you enjoy running nowadays. It is 2025. I think we should try new things and step out of our comfort zone a little bit. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be posting more later. Have a good one. So Tellarknight is out.